Today, we dive into the bizarre world of medical history and unveil the top 10 strangest treatments people have tried throughout the centuries. Let's start with the less horrifying ones and work our way up to the truly ghastly. Number 10, the Four Humors Theory, circa 400 BC till the 19th century. Welcome to the time of Hippocrates, when it was believed that the human body was a mix of four humors: blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. An imbalance? No problem, let's just bleed you or give you a laxative until you're balanced again. This theory persisted well into the 19th century. Who needs modern medicine, right? Number 9, animal remedies, ancient times till the Middle Ages. Oh, you have a headache? Here, place a dead mouse on your forehead. In ancient Egypt and England, it was believed that dead animals possessed healing powers. From snail syrup for coughs to freshly chopped snakes for wounds, the list is long and pretty gross. Number 8, mercury, 15th to 19th century. Mercury was once a popular remedy, especially during the 15th to 19th centuries. It was used for a variety of ailments, including syphilis, one of the most dreaded diseases of the time. Doctors believed that mercury could drive the disease out of the body. Unfortunately, they didn't realize that mercury is highly toxic and often hastened patients into an early grave rather than curing them. The side effects? Oh, just minor things like kidney failure, brain damage, and death. But hey, at least they were syphilis-free, right? Number 7, trepanation, prehistoric times till the 18th century. Trepanation is the ancient practice of drilling holes in the skull to release evil spirits or relieve pressure in the head. This practice can be traced back to prehistoric times and was performed worldwide. Imagine having a headache and instead of getting an aspirin, someone takes a stone drill and starts drilling a hole into your head. Without anesthesia. Good times. Although it sounds bizarre, some patients survived this procedure and there are indications that it could help relieve intracranial pressure in some cases. But it's certainly not a method we'd recommend today. Number 6, leech therapy, ancient times to present. Leeches have been used for medical purposes since ancient times. They suck the patient's blood and release substances that can be pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory. During the 19th century, leeches were particularly popular, and doctors used them for everything from headaches to gout. The demand was so high that the leech population in Europe almost got wiped out. Today, leech therapy is still practiced in some specific medical applications, such as improving blood circulation after certain surgeries. So, they're not completely out of fashion. Number 5, mummy powder, Middle Ages till the 18th century. Mummy powder was a type of remedy made, yes, from ground-up mummies. You heard it right. Throughout the Middle Ages and into early modern times, people believed that mummies possessed magical healing powers. They were ground into powder and used for various ailments. A bit macabre, don't you think? Number 4, radioactive remedies, early 20th century. In the early 1900s, radioactivity was all the rage. Products like radium water and radioactive chocolate were sold as miracle cures for a variety of illnesses. Unfortunately, the radiation leads to severe health problems, including cancer and other radiation damages. Someone was a little too excited about Madame Curie's discovery. Number 3, ancient contraceptives, ancient times. The ancient world had its own versions of birth control, and they were quite creative. Women were advised to use crocodile dung or drink a mixture of honey, acacia leaves, and dates to prevent pregnancy. A bit less appealing than today's methods, we'd say. Number 2, tobacco smoke enemas, 18th century. Yes, this was a thing. In the 18th century, it was believed that tobacco smoke enemas could be useful for resuscitating individuals who were drowning. Blowing tobacco smoke up the rear was supposed to miraculously bring the drowned back to life. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Number 1, arsenic, 19 until the early 20th century. And here we have the champion of bad ideas, arsenic. This toxic element was once sold as a cure for everything from syphilis to malaria. While it can be useful in very small doses in some medical applications, the doses used back then were often lethal. The 19th and early 20th centuries saw arsenic being marketed in various forms, including arsenic soap and complexion pills, which promised to clear the skin and preserve youth. Yet, the toxicity of arsenic was undeniable. Many people suffered from severe poisoning, and some even died as a result of ingestion. It didn't take long for the medical community to recognize the dangers of arsenic and remove it from the list of accepted treatments. Today, arsenic is used in some very specific and controlled medical situations, but the days when it was seen as a cure-all are thankfully behind us. Who would have thought that a deadly poison isn't good medicine? And there we have it, a dive into the obscure and sometimes terrifying medical practices of the past. It's a reminder of how far we've come in understanding the human body and the world around us. The road to modern medicine has certainly been a bizarre and often scary one, but every misstep has brought us closer to the knowledge we have today. As we chuckle at the strange remedies of yesteryears, let's appreciate the scientific advancements that keep us safe and healthy in the modern era. Until our next exploration into the quirky corners of history, stay curious and never stop learning. Hey folks, I hope you enjoyed the dive into medical history. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Do you have any feedback or ideas for future topics? Drop a comment below. Your input helps shape this channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more quirky tales from history. Until next time, stay curious.